haunted house. Ghosts scaring unsuspected intruders. And a werehog ready to beat the crap out of them. Welcome everyone to my review of Night of the Werehog, an 11-minute short released back in 2008. The plot involves Sonic the Hedgehog and Chip entering an old house one night to get out of the rain. As I said earlier, this place is a bit haunted. While Sonic and Chip explore the house, a ghost scares Chip and takes his picture at the same time. There's a reason for this. You see, there are two male ghosts who I'm calling Bandana and Bowtie, and they're in a contest to win the affection of a third female ghost. From what I've looked up, she actually has a name, La. The contest involves the ghosts scaring anyone who enters the house and taking their picture of their scared face. La would then judge to see which ghost pulled off the best scare, and the winner gets a kiss from her. Please note all of the posters on her wall. I think we know where this is going. Anyway, because Chip is easily scarable, he's an easy target for Bandana and Bowtie, and for a while it works. Until La notices a disinterested Sonic in the background. As such, she too gets disinterested until Sonic's frightened as well. The ghosts form armor to try to scare Sonic, and the Hedgehog's trembling. But not from the ghosts. The clouds part, Sonic stares at the full moon, and... Nah, what really happens is Sonic transforms into the Werehog. This not only catches the ghosts off guard, it scares them off. As an extra added bonus, the cameras took pictures of the scared ghost, and La has a good laugh. Tired of being humiliated, Bowtie and Bandana call a truce to take down Sonic. They merge into this green beast with strength to match the Werehog and ghostly invisible powers. Sonic tries to use the camera the beast drops to track it, but...
You're too slow!
With the Werehog knocked out, Bowtie and Bandana start fighting about who gets to take the picture. The Werehog comes to and uses the opportunity to toss Bandana and Bowtie to the moon. La comes down and notices the Werehog, and of course, she becomes instantly smitten by him. The next morning, Chip and Sonic, still in his Werehog form, leave the house. Chip's acting a bit lively and wants to take a picture with Sonic, and we soon see that Chip is actually La in disguise. The real Chip is tied up inside the house next to a heartbroken Bowtie and Bandana as they watch Sonic and La leave the area. Night of the Werehog was made by Sega Visual Entertainment Studios, though today they're under the name Marza Animation Planet. I have to say, their work here after all this time is fantastic. It's almost Pixar level qualities, especially with the end credits here. The lighting and textures really give the impression that this place has seen better days, but at the same time, there's a history, a story behind this place. An example of this history are pictures of the ghost girl when she was alive. You really have to look for them in the background. They don't add to the story, but again, it gives history and atmosphere to this place. It's a shame this animation company didn't get to do any more shorts like this. From what I've read, these people behind Night of the Werehog wanted to make sure they got their story right before making this short. They might have had trouble coming up with ideas for future shorts, or perhaps other behind-the-scenes stuff stopped them. But thankfully, the company was able to use their CG talents in many Sega games, including this, and even this. Anyway, back to this short. There's no dialogue said throughout, and in my opinion, that's good. Actions speak louder than words, and there was plenty of action. Sonic, of course, is typical Sonic, not afraid of anything. Plus, he in his own way was being protective of Chip. If you've noticed the photographs with him being disinterested or making faces, this could mean that he's been aware of the ghost all this time, and it's his way of telling them, leave us alone. But they didn't, and it ultimately resulted in a fight between the Green Beast and the Werehog. Chip? Well, he is the scaredy punching bag of this short, but he's not that afraid of the Werehog because inside that beast, he's still Sonic, and will still look after the little guy. Now for the ghost and this game. Yes, I'm calling it as such. Two male ghosts scaring people and taking pictures to win the female ghost. Now here's the thing. I don't believe it's their game, but hers. Think about it. She's the one that judges the pictures that have the most fright, and the winner gets the kiss. Unintentionally, the Werehog became a new player, because remember, The ghosts took pictures of themselves by accident while being scared of the Werehog, and it's thanks to the Werehog defeating the two male ghosts and his appearance, La ultimately chooses her prize. From what we've seen in her room, she's a fan of horror movies, especially werewolves. I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one who set the conditions of this game, being a horror fan and all. I tend to think of Night of the Werehog as non-canon from the events of Sonic Unleashed. For one, the way Sonic transforms into the Werehog differs. In the game, it was just nighttime period that initiated the change. Here, they seem to be going with the classic full moon transformation. And folks, if you're wondering why Sonic was still in Werehog form at the end, well, it is possible for the moon to appear in daylight, so maybe it's one of those situations. Now, if somehow this takes place during the events of Sonic Unleashed, and somehow Sonic doesn't notice, then it's going to make the ending a bit awkward. I'm not going to spoil it here, folks. Overall, Night of the Werehog is an enjoyable outing for any Sonic fan. Chances are you've seen it already. If you haven't, or want to watch it again, you can easily find it online. Anyway, folks, I'd like to wish you all a good day, be safe, and happy Halloween.